Be with you guys in a minute. All right. Good morning, everybody. Let me just briefly explain what I'm doing today. At the suggestion of Mr. Longhorns, thank you very much, Mr. Longhorns. Big shout out to Mr. Longhorns, Mr. Mean Gene, and also Mr. Elaine. I'm going to be going to several different coffee shops around the neighborhood here and doing a little tasting. And, you know, I know a fair amount about espresso and coffee. I don't know a huge amount. This is just a, this is not some kind of a super critical review of coffee or anything, but just I'm going to figure out which place has the best coffee. At least I'm going to try to. And it's very difficult when the coffees are not side by side and I'm going to places as opposed to tasting different coffees side by side. So anyway, we're over by the Arboretum, by the park that I was at a couple weeks ago, and I'm not going to be going through there today. There's two places right around here. There's my little coffee shop, because that'll give me a chance to sit down, get set up, and then there's another place down the street, and then we're going to the mall, and there's a place next to the mall, and there's plenty of places around, so should be interesting. And I'm interested to see if I can really tell the difference between the coffees and determine which coffee place is the best, because I never do that. I might be wired by the end of the stream, but that's okay. All right, let's get out of here. Let's head over to the coffee shop. A lot of people not wearing any mask at all. I mean, far more than I would think. Here's another guy. I have not had any coffee today. Which is a must. Need that coffee first thing in the morning. There's a coffee place, but it's all traditional coffee. You want some dishes? It's where you get your dishes over here. Another coffee shop in here, but not the kind of coffee shop I'm looking for. So I'm gonna go to my little spot over here. Another one, another little coffee shop. They're everywhere. They like the sweet drinks though. There you go. I drink espresso, man. Come on. And I'm just tasting it, so it doesn't really matter. The espresso, though, you know, maybe the Robusta as opposed to the... They're not even open. So now what do I do? I find another coffee shop. Oh. Wow, this is my go-to place here for the beginning. I guess I should have checked, huh? Well, let's see if I can find one. I hate to drink a big cup of coffee and then drink 4 more. That kind of sucks, actually. I wanted to check that place. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, all. So, right down the street, there's a place. I don't know if they're open, though. Why they wouldn't be open, I don't know. But you know what it is the Thais, they like that. They like that old style coffee, or they like the sweet drinks. You see, we got the place right here. Let me see what they got. They don't have any coffee here. They got some over here though, maybe. Let's see. Yeah. Wait. สวัสดีครับขอกาแฟครับกาแฟครับ
กาแฟเย็นนะครับ
กาแฟร้อนครับ
กาแฟร้อนครับ
ครับ So we're going old school here
นั่งนี่นั่งที่ร้านไหมที่ร้านนี่มีที่นั่งอยู่ข้างในสวนครับ
Okay ครับ
กาแฟร้อนใส่นมหรือน้ำตาล
ใส่นมครับ
ใส่นมนั่ง
ครับคุณ
ครับ
All right, so the good thing is I get to sit over here in a little park. They're all set up, which is excellent. I'm gonna sit at this nice table here. Yeah, this is all right. Now, I wasn't planning to have a big cup of coffee, but this is live, baby. You gotta take it as it comes. Dial back the drama and take it as it comes. Give this guy his money here. I don't know how much it is. How's everybody doing today? Nice to go out for a morning nearby, do a little something different, slightly different. I think it's 40 baht, maybe 25 baht. I'm not sure. I don't ever drink this stuff here. I almost never do, and he doesn't have a sign up, so we'll see in a moment. I'm getting a traditional coffee with the sock, made from the sock, and I'm putting sweetened condensed milk in, which is, you know, huge no-no, but I don't drink this stuff all the time. And when I have my espresso, I don't put sugar in my espresso ever. Now, I got some, while I'm sitting here, actually I should charge make sure my battery stays charged. Here comes the dude. Thank you very much there, Dallo. Appreciate that. Good luck for you. Good luck for you. ครับคุณ
กาแฟนมครับ
เท่าไหร่ครับ
15 บาท
15 บาท โอ้
เดี๋ยวขอได้ไหม
ครับคุณ 15 baht. There we go. 15 baht. Should be getting this shit all the time. No wonder the Thais are drinking this. You can get it with sugar if you want. This kid's over here playing with the Yeah, I've had some 5 baht coffee before. Not the best sometimes, but sometimes it's okay. So it hasn't been that much. Oi, คุณครับผมไม่เป็นไรขอโทษนะไม่เป็นไรเก็บได้ครับ ขอโทษนะ Forgot to tell him to keep it. It's only 5 baht, so. And the guy's walking over here giving it to me. I know, you know, some people are sticklers about that, but considering it's 5 baht, you know, it's the least I can do. Now let's see how it tastes. What I was going to say, and the reason I wanted to do espresso or just coffee without anything all the time here out of all 5 places, if I make it to all 5, is because you're supposed to taste espresso a certain way. And that way basically is, there should always be a creme on the top, a little layer. And you crack that creme when you drink it, and that's just the first sip, and you kind of disregard that. And then you slurp that around, supposedly. You smell it first, just like wine. Then you crack that creme when you drink the first sip, and you slurp it around. This kid's having fun. And then on the third sip, you savor it, and that should be just about it. Usually it takes about 2 ounces to get 3 or 4 sips. But this stuff, let's see how it tastes. I'm in Klongtan, I'm in Bangkok. If it was espresso, I'd know how to describe it a little bit better, but it's okay. It's all right, and it's not real sweet, all things considered. As much sweetened milk as he put in it, it's not real sweet, which is pretty par for the course when it comes to Thais and what they like. Now, I wanted to go over this here, if I can find it. Some creme crust like wine. Smell it first. You get the orientation on the first sip. Hey, Dre, how you doing? Still locked down, I suppose. You get that first orientation, flavor, taste, and then this kid's over here playing with his. He's having fun. That must be Grandpa. Where? Which one? Anyway, acrid. I got some descriptions. Now, I suppose most people know, but there's Arabica and Robusta coffee beans, and Arabica comprises about 75% of the coffee beans on the market because they're sweeter and a little more fruity. The Robusta is cheaper, a little more bitter, but it makes for good espresso because espresso tends to be bitter. So I'm gonna ask at Starbucks, but I think they're using the Arabica at Starbucks, and I don't know what they're using here, but you know, I was reading this, let me see here. It was about, okay, Robusta beans are lesser known. Thank you very much there, Tony G. Appreciate that. Good luck for you. Thank you for the little coffee thing there. Robusta beans are lesser known and consumed than Arabica beans due to their more bitter taste. They are grown at lower altitude and are commonly grown in the Eastern Hemisphere in places like Africa, Indonesia, and Vietnam. Vietnam being the highest producer of the plants. Now, obviously, there are coffee beans produced in Thailand. I don't know. This is a good subject for me, I guess, since I'm addicted to coffee. What is this kid doing, man? This is hilarious. It's like a show. They're putting on a show. Kid wants to crawl on the ground. Anyway, you know, the doi, what is it? Doi tung, and what's the other one that I like? It's not doi tung, but it's doi chow or something like that. And that's pretty good coffee. It's a little bit earthy, so I don't think that those are Robusta. And that's a way to describe coffee as earthy. Earthy is one description. Where's the other ones here? Let me see. Soft or sweet ferment. Hard, musty, or moldy ferment. Earthiness. If coffee is dried on earth rather than on dirt-free concrete, stone, brick, or wood, the coffee will pick up a distinct earth taste. Again, some consider any earthy taste whatsoever a flavor defect, whereas others enjoy earthiness and consider it an idiosyncratic delicacy. A Brazilian farmer, this particular guy who wrote this piece here, says, I know a particular Brazilian farmer who has a Japanese buyer who insists that she dry coffee for him every year on earth patios to obtain the earthy tones his customers admire. And then there's greenness and astringency. The taint presents itself as an absence of sweetness and a thin vegetal tone to the cup. It's not a dramatic taint, but no one has anything good to say about it. Now, I have heard, this was when I went to a place, it was a ladies' coffee shop, and she said she used to work, I think it was at Mega Bang Na, or it was at Crystal Park or something, one of these two places. She told me she used to work for Illy, and she said that Illy's coffee is, yes, it's very good, but it's expensive because of the process it goes through and the quality control and all this other stuff. But she said that the Starbucks coffee, that sometimes they overcook it because they try to roast it too much, too long, so that it overcomes that, what was the word they use, astringent? The greenness, astringency, that taint, that particular taint. Although this taint could turn up in Sumatra as a background of a lack of sweetness. So, and I have had coffee at Starbucks that it tasted almost burnt. And the reason for that is because they roast it too long to try to make up for that greenness, because the beans are not, they're not as mature. Yeah, exactly. The beans are not as mature, so they're trying to cover up that greenness, that astringent flavor that is not very good. And that's why I'm always like, the flavor's okay, because they try to compensate, and they must have it down to where they compensate for it. This guy's tripping out because I'm talking to my phone. Anyway, this coffee is, now the more of it I drink it, the better it tastes, probably because it's getting sweeter. And I'm gonna drink the whole thing here. I might as well. Supreme, delicious, supreme, tasty, milky. Good morning, Gennaro. Oh, now, speaking of Gennaro, Thursday or Friday, yes. Thursday or Friday, it is, Cafe Baron. Thursday or Friday, I'm about 90% sure I'll be going to Kanchanaburi. And I think what I'll do is I'll do a stream from the train, a stream in the evening, and then a stream in the morning, that following morning. So if I go on, let's say I go on Friday, I'll do a stream Friday morning at maybe 9 o'clock, going to Kanchanaburi. We'll see how that goes. And then that evening, I'm gonna try to go to the market. There's a market there. I'll try to go to the market, do a little walk around, and then the next day, maybe if I can, I'll get a little, what do you call the little longtail boats? It's not too expensive. They're like 1,000 baht for like an hour. And if I'm alone, you know, it's kind of like, I want to kind of negotiate the guy down a little bit, but I'll see what I can get. I'd like to do a little run down the river. And you know, we'll take a look around. So, you know, and then we'll see after that. But there is another plan after that that I just started looking into, because I think the Kanchanaburi is pretty nailed down. I know I can go there, and you know, the most expensive parts of it are the hotel, which is cheap. I mean, I'm not going to be staying, you know, 5-star by any means, and probably the boat, if I take a little boat. So pretty inexpensive, and you know, you get a little bit out of it. I do want to go to the war cemetery, and to the bridge, of course, and you know, down to the river, and then yeah, that'll be that. But I'm thinking about taking a train down, maybe to Chumphon, maybe somewhere else. I'm not sure. But if I go to Chumphon, maybe I'll go to Koh Tao. I'm not sure. I'm just looking into it. I just started looking into it last night, and but it sounds doable, and I'm happy about that. I haven't told the wife about the Chumphon train trip, but she knows I got something in the works. So that's all right, but the Kanchanaburi should be no problem. So I'm happy about that, but let me drink this coffee and get out of here, because we're already at 30 minutes and I've only had one coffee. Next stop is right down the street. Oh, he doesn't know what he's doing, this kid. Watch, this kid's like, what'd you do with my car? It's right here. It's okay. All right. So anyway, join me. I'll know later tonight. I'll know later tonight whether I'm going Thursday or Friday. I'm not sure yet. I haven't made up my mind. Yeah, I'm interested in knowing your experience because I know that Tom is basically sitting around in his room. He's not doing much. You know, he's watching TV, working on the internet, doing stuff like that. But he's, you know, it is what it is. You're in a little room. Now, I did see something about, I forget who sent me who did that? I forget who sent me something, but it was about a place in Phuket where you can quarantine and it has a swimming pool and all this other stuff in it. And, you know, it's for people who, they don't mind spending a couple $100 a night or whatever it works out to. Anyway. I've already been in the Jeeth Museum. Now, the problem with the Jeeth Museum is you're not supposed to take photographs. And that could be a problem for me, obviously, if I'm walking around in there. And that's one reason why the last time I went, I didn't stream from in there. This is I really like this little square here, and it's like, it's just set back I mean, it's, you know, you're 50 feet back, and it's far enough back to where you still hear things and can see things without any problem, but it's far enough back to, and there's all these trees to where it's actually, there's a nice feel to it. I like this. I might have to come here in the future and have coffee with this guy. 15 baht coffee. I mean, hey, this might be my new coffee spot right here. So let me get out of here. I'm gonna give this guy back his glass. And we're gonna go right down the street and see if this coffee shop is open. There's also a coffee shop right next to the mall, or there was. They're destroying and building and smashing down all kinds of stuff over there, so I don't really know where they're at yet, but it's right next to the mall. So let me put this away and we'll get out of here. Nice place here though, huh? Nice, you know, lots of trees. You know, it's a good place. You have a little walk. You have a little walk in the park. Just like the Chinese guy in Lumpini. You have a little walk in the park. And then they you know, stop and have a coffee or a little soup or something for breakfast. No, it's not true. Phuket is not open, man. It's completely dead there. I don't know who's saying that. I've heard from a couple of people. Oh, I hear they're opening up to Chinese, and it's like 300 people a week. I think the first plane was 180 people. So it's not open yet. You're not gonna just come over here. There's no way. I don't care who you are. If you're a tourist and you're not paying an extremely large sum of money, you're not gonna be coming in here. You're gonna have to have a reason. You're gonna have to go through a process. You're gonna either have to be married to a Thai, you're gonna have to have a job here that you've been at. Yeah, but they're all Chinese. So, I mean, you're not talking about Westerners. The place is not open. And believe me, I walk around, and while I see foreigners here and there, I certainly don't see I don't see tourists, all right? I just don't. So, you know, yeah, I mean, and you guys saw what Pattaya was like. There's only one spot in Pattaya that is generally has foreigners in it, and that's over there by Tree Town and the Hungry Hippo. And even that is not, it's not like kicking to where it's like, wow, man, this place is back to normal. No, it's not. There are Thais out. The Thais are going out. You see people, you know, this guy over here doesn't have a mask on. The kid don't have a mask on. A lot of people walking around, they don't have masks on. These chicks have masks on, you know. So I got to bring this guy's glass back. Let's see if we can get this set up here. They got them on, but they're taking them down. They're not keeping them up. And they're walking right next to each other. I mean, this is how people are doing it here. And, you know, for whatever reason, Thailand has been ignored when it comes to, largely ignored when it comes to this virus. So it seems. All right, let me get out of here. Bring this guy's glass back, get out of here. Waddy Kap. Hello, how are you? Sabay di Kap. Wait. Hello. Kap kun. Kap kun. Kap. All right. Very friendly. I have not seen one foreigner walking around this area. Not yet. Now I got to remember if this is the street or if it's the other one down there, but I think it's this one. Am I right? I think so. I'll tell you what, that coffee woke me up. Not like those weak double espressos I drink. Boy, it's wild at just how fast they've started to build to make masks. Here, look at this. They've got masks everywhere now. Phật lòng. You need masks? They got all kinds of, all styles. I'm glad I got to try the sock coffee, as Longhorn says, because it is a bit more traditional than just having coffee from some place like Starbucks or whatever, you know. And we will be placing an order at Starbucks today. So, Gennaro, hopefully you'll have the A team there to check out. And a week from this Thursday, they start hanging my photos in the gallery, prepping for the sale, for the grand sale. So I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully that pans out. Newport Beach, if there's anybody around Newport Beach, hey, go check it out. Just go to my Instagram. You should be able to find out everything through there. Go into Instagram stories. There's a here we go. Cafe Mun Chon. Here we go. Hot espresso. This is what we're getting right here. Got a place to sit down in here. This is the place right here. All right, let's go. Push. Oh, it smells good in here. Swaddy cup. ขอ espresso ร้อน 29 บาท 29 บาท
วิคิวเสร็จแล้วพูดถึงแยกครับส่งแยกครับ
Got busy here, huh? Hopefully I can sit down here. ครับผม
อันนี้กลับบ้านครับ
ก็ท่านี้ครับ
29 บาทครับ
I was gonna say that looks like peanut butter and jelly, but it's pork and bologna. Flossy pork. ครับผม
ปูได้ไหมแซนด์วิชกับปูแซนด์วิชอะไรครับแซนด์วิชปูธรรมดา
Not sure where to sit here. Well, you got a whole month, Gennaro. I mean, it's the photos are there for a month, so hopefully you can get down there. Hopefully there's some other people. You know, the last time Teen was asking me, "Am I beautiful? Am I beautiful?" It's, you know, the same thing that a lot of Thai girls do. Soy mai, soy mai. You know, and I never want to tell them they are. Just because you know it's what they want to hear. But she does look good with makeup on now. She's starting to look like the old Tien before she got pregnant. At least from the outside, you know. Interested in knowing how this coffee tastes. Right now, it's sitting here. This guy's got a shirt on that says, "I knew who Fred is." Pretty good. Jono, I know you're listening. Buenos dias. Good morning. I hope your knee is feeling good today. He's gonna have to watch that knee. This guy scared the hell out of. Nobody knows what we're talking about. I don't know. You got how many people here? 37 people, and you got 2 people communicating. Which is, a lot of people, like Jono has told me, and not just him, but many people have told me, if they don't have anything really to contribute, they're not just going to speak for the sake of speaking, which is kind of what I have to do. It takes them a long time to get an espresso going. These ladies must have a big order here or something. I didn't factor in the time to make all the coffee. I'm interested in knowing how this tastes. Neither do I. I just happen to be in a particular part of land, a particular spot here that some people are interested in. Yeah, well, this is the subject matter. Coffee. We're just in between. We're in between right now. I mean, no sugar from me. Might mean not pan. All right, here we go. Oh, is that what you said? I like my coffee strong, just like my women. I thought you said you like them bitter. Well, and also, Ian, you missed out because I did say on Thursday or Friday, I'm going to oh, that was the other guy's show. There you go. I can't keep up with it. To Kanchanaburi. All right, here we go. I will be going to Kanchanaburi and then some island somewhere afterwards, a week or so after, 2 weeks after. There's stuff to do in Kanchanaburi, so that should keep people interested. Not about me, but this is not about me. This is about the coffee. So here's what's the name of this place? Cafe Munchon. Kind of like cafe, the same as your port. Well, there is a subject matter here. We're taste testing. Give me a break. All right, so let's see. We're gonna break the creme here with a little sip. Actually, you smell it. On a 1 to 10, do I have to be honest? I'm gonna give, yes it is. I'm gonna give it a 4. 1 to 10. It doesn't smell all that good. Now we'll have a little shake. You're supposed to shake it around a little bit. Just like wine. Break the crumb, you crack the creme. It was 29 baht. Well, I didn't have a coffee this morning. Normally I have a coffee in the morning. So I have that one back there. This is the second one. And I'm just going to have 2 or 3 sips, and that's going to be it. I'm already awake from that coffee behind, but this is... Now we're going to go to the second one.
This one tastes like it might be Robusta beans or the greener beans. The flavor is not to my liking. It's a cheap coffee. I would think it's a very cheap coffee. Well, I don't know though. You know, I mean, I'm not a professional, so I got to put it out there. I don't want any defamation suits against me. All right, last sip. That was a little better, a little smoother, but still a bit sour. She liked it, but the kids didn't want it. I was like, we can all share it. We'll just have a little bit each. And the wife was like, oh, well, let me have one little piece. Next thing you know, I gave her, I split it in half, and we each had a bowl of it. All right, see, I don't want more of this. It's too. It's like sour. So maybe that's that fermented flavor. I'll have to look when I get to Starbucks or the place next door. Maybe that's that fermented, moldy. It's just honest. Right now, I'm gonna give that place over there a 6.5 for flavor. For flavor and for the value, 6.5 or 7. I'll give it a 7 with the value. This, I'm gonna give it. Yeah, it is. But theirs doesn't leave you with a kind of bad aftertaste, and this does. For me, I don't. It's not my. I wish I could say some better things, but I can't. All right, so we're off. We're gonna jump in a taxi, head over to the mall, go see your girls. I don't know what time it is. Shit. Yesterday I had a breakdown almost. Yes, they do. I really like the coffee in Vietnam. See, how am I supposed to avoid this? I don't like this coffee. It's a little too sour for my taste. But, at 29 baht, what can you do? It's $1. It's less than $1. I was going to say I had a little bit of a breakdown because I was looking for my glasses yesterday, and I couldn't find them anywhere. I knew I had them, and I'm like, where the hell are they? The night before, I had put them up on a little dresser thingy, a little like table thing that we have next to the chair where I sit when we're watching TV. Sid likes to run around the room and jump up on that, then jump on the chair, then jump to the sofa, then go run through the house, and he sprints upstairs. He goes through my bedroom and runs downstairs, sprints all around. He jumped up and he knocked my glasses down like underneath the chair. I was lucky that I saw him because I was getting ready to go and buy another pair. I was like, I wanted to wait a little while. I wanted to wait another week or so to buy another pair because I kind of need them. And I just found it, so I'm blaming it on Sid. Anyway, let's get out of here. Time to go. All right. These are very, very good. God, I feel like I need an orange juice just to cover up the flavor from that coffee. Honestly.
Listen, I asked them for an espresso or a caramel cappuccino, and they put that caramel drink in it, the liquid. They didn't put the actual caramel. This is a while ago, and I was like, "You don't have real caramel?" No, I have. And I was like, "Okay, whatever." And I'm thinking about getting a little orange juice just because I want to wash that flavor out of my mouth. That taste of that coffee just did not suit me. That's a way I can put it there. It doesn't suit me. Let's see if I can get some money here and pay for this. Hey, honey. น้องครับนี่ของคุณอ่ะYeah, one only อะไรนะ10 บาท20 บาทไม่ต้องครับผม Yes, open. Thank you ครับคุณมากครับ Just like that guy said, in Chatuchak Market, no water, no sugar, no salt. It's 100% natural, and that's what this is. $20. All right, I really don't want to walk over there. You know why? Because I always walk into the mall sweating my ass off. Was telling this to the wife. She's like, why are you not going to walk to the park? And I'm like, because I don't feel like sweating my ass off. What is that? Because I don't feel like sweating my ass off by the time I get there. And then doing a stream. Even though it's not that far, it's far enough where it'll take 30 minutes or so. 30, 40 minutes, and I don't want to walk over there. So, hey! You lost out, buddy. He slowed down, too. Watch out, Rawang. Buy them all, Bunker B Cup. Okay, man. Hello, Hong Kong. What's the red one? What, the True? True coffee? It's either True or Coffee Today or something like that. Oh, that one's pomegranate. What's it called? Top Tim. Top Tim. Hey, from Bangkok. Right now, there are going to be people in that Starbucks, which is all right. Might not get my usual seat. Arabica coffee. That was where I just was. No, that wasn't the place. That's the place I was going to go, Arabica, and I probably should have gone there. I'm sorry, that was you know, it wasn't that it was a real earthy, dirty tasting coffee. It was too sour. That's the only way I know how to put it. It was a little too sour for me.
Hey, by the way, do me a favor, please. Click thumbs up. And if you haven't already, subscribe to this channel. I really appreciate it. And what else? Tune in on Thursday or Friday. I'll put something up in the community tab about when I'm going to Kanchanaburi and the next place. Well, yeah, that's they're not mature enough, or they didn't roast them enough. But I think they're probably the Robusta beans because they're cheaper, and they make a lot of them in this region. So that's what I'm leaning towards. I really don't like that flavor, that greenness, astringent that I was reading about. It's not a good flavor, and it actually said in there almost nobody likes this flavor of coffee. However, if you're, listen, I bitch and moan about my coffee. I'm not real strict about it, but when it comes to having an espresso, I don't want an espresso in a big glass. Yes, I know it is, but it's also the bean in this area that is grown the most, I believe, and I could be wrong, but I think, and it's cheap, and so there are a lot of places, and maybe you're right, maybe it's an Arabica, and it's just a very immature bean, and they didn't roast it enough. You can taste that same flavor in Starbucks coffee sometimes, but they compensate by burning the hell out of it. And the thing is that like the coffee that I have at home right now is Bon Cafe. They must have the roasting down. It's a bit earthy. You can taste that earthiness that is a constant flavor in a lot of the beans. You can taste that, but it's relatively smooth. It's a decent coffee. It's a decent everyday coffee. It's not that expensive. It's like 169 baht for how many glasses you get? I mean 15. So it's a little more than 10 baht a pop. What are you talking about? Oh, San Antonio. Okay. Man, if I was single living in Texas with all the Mexicanas there, I'd be going nuts. Many years ago, I'll give you a little story. Many years ago, this is right up next to, if you take a left up ahead, and then another left, is the old apartment where my wife used to live when she was going to school. She lived there by herself and with her brother. And eventually with me until we found a place to move to that we both liked. And this little alley right here, I met her here, and we were standing there talking before we left. We probably talked for 15-20 minutes, and that was probably 21 years ago. The little spot where the guy is right now, and it was at night. And she was like, we shouldn't be standing here, we should walk. It doesn't look good that we're standing here. We're standing here alone at night in the dark. second. There's a place right there, the coffee station, closed. Yeah, I was. Well, I went to basic training there. What was it, Lackland? "38 people, and we got 2 people willing to chat. Does nobody have anything to talk about? Throw it out there, guys. Throw it out there. Whatever you want to talk about." I'm thinking it feels like yesterday. That was yesterday, a day like no other day. But now yesterday's gone. God, look at this. They're all shutting these down. The only place open are the wedding shops. Somehow they always stay open. I don't know how. Now there's supposed to be a coffee shop up ahead to the left. Yeah, it looks like there is. I'm gonna walk back there before I go into Starbucks, I think. Do I really want to go to this place? I think it's Coffee Today or some shit like that. What the hell's the name of this place? No, I'm not gonna go there. There's a place to sit, but we'll go to Starbucks first. Then we'll determine, because I have another place. There's a Cafe Amazon in the mall. Okay, go Jotini. Jotini Ganai. Okay, go. Cup, kun cup. Coffee Club is a premium place. It's just like going to Starbucks or whatever. They got some foo-foo drinks that are expensive. I can't see in the sun. Whew. Gotta get some shades. All right. Louisa Coffee. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't heard of that. Oh, who is this? Oh, that's beer. I thought that it was mild or something. I was like, what? What's she doing here? All right, we got Preo and beer. No water. There you go. First guy. Oh, they got water. Good. I'll tell you what I miss. And I had it when I went home the last time. Crawfish. Gumbo. Mmm. Uh-oh. There you go. Lovely. She's a ham. For sure. She's the next Thai, Korean, Japanese spokesmodel. God damn, they're fucking slow, man. You know, you got to factor this in, you know. For me, I'm like, okay, I'm going to go to one place, then the next place, then the next place, then the next place. No, it doesn't work that way. Just ไม่เป็นไรใจเย็นๆ take it easy man.สวัสดีครับคอ W แล้วก็นำ Starbucks ครับครับไม่เป็นไรใส่แก้วน้ำแข็ง ครับแล้วก็อัลมอนด์ครัวซอน yes ma'am yes Mrs Beer ครับครับ170โอเคตอนนี้ไม่ได้ What happened here? Oh, it's this thing. Oh, king. Thank you, madam. We're so polite here. It's the only thing we have left. Politeness. Where am I going to sit? Right here. That's my spot. Mrs. Beer. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Hot ice. เทเลยไหม
โอเคครับ
เทเอง
ยุทธทำไม่เป็นไร
เทเองไหม
ฮะได้ไหม
โอเค
โอเค
ไปเอา
แหล่งไม่พอเหรอโอ้ยแชมเปญนะ Hey when did you get this เมื่อไหร่อะซื้อเมื่อไหร่อะไม่เคยเห็นนะ
เป็นน้ำหวาน
อ๋อเหรอ
ยอดไป
โอ้ยน่ารักGood luck Good luck for you โชคดีนะ
อ่ะพอแล้วพอยอด
แล้วแต่ไม่เป็นไร สกอตไม่ใช่ขี้เหนียวนะ ครับคุณ No problem I hope no problem Where am I gonna sit? I don't like this angle. It'll just have to do. All right, here's the coffee. Let's try it out. All right. See, only a minimal sweat. Oh. Up to the barista if this is good or not. Okay, so she told me that yes, their coffee is, as I expected, is all Arabica, but it comes from 3 areas. And you know, I was like, well, which 3 areas? She's like Asia Pacific, Latin America, and Africa. Ethiopia, Kenya. Nobody has Jamaican Blue Mountain coffee. All right, let's try this out. And what I was saying is the coffee is dependent on the barista, who happens to be beer. So once she realized what I was saying, her ears perked up. This is definitely smells better than the last coffee. And it's, I would say it's a better smell even than the first place, but swill it around a little bit here. Swilled it around too much here. All right. Now a little, supposed to slurp. What is it? Smell, slurp, savor. It's better than the last place, but it does have that bit of a, it's a bitter kind of, almost sour, but it's not nearly as strong as the last place. So let me have that second sip. There's a little fruity flavor to it. I'm gonna give this, well, for value, I don't even know what to give for a value. You know, if you factor, if it's just a coffee, that's one thing. But if it's a place where you're sitting and you're resting and it's convenient and you know the coffee's gonna be the same damn near every time, I'm gonna give it I'm gonna give it a 4. God, that doesn't really work out very well. The price is, it's too much for the coffee. I'm gonna say that this coffee is the same as a little bit better maybe than that other place. But, so that's a 7, so what's that work out to? 11, that's 5.5. That other place was a 6.5, and then the last place that I went was a 4. So there you have it. That's 3 places. Now I got 2 more. What time is it now? Oh shit, it's 1:20, so I can walk over to the other place. Cleanse the palate. Hey, is this thing on? Is it working still? Pretty good croissant. The croissants are a pretty good value here. They're decent. Like $2. I'll tell you what. So is it any real surprise that the little tiny coffee shop that makes the coffee with a sock ranks higher than Starbucks? That croissant is good. Anybody? Is there anybody still there? Or we all just, there's 37 people here who don't ever put anything in the chat because, you know, that's the purpose of the chat. If you want, what I'll start doing is I'll just turn the chat off and nobody can talk that way. We just stream. Nobody has to talk. I think they do that on Joe Rogan's. Or they used to. I'll just eat my croissant. vodka. That's what happens when I thought that I shut off the Wi-Fi. I guess I didn't. Wi-Fi's trying to connect and it won't connect. So the 4G didn't kick in, and so then the Wi-Fi keeps trying to connect, and then it stops the stream from working. Need to make sure I double check that. Here I am going, hey, is anybody out there? Then I looked and I saw that the counter wasn't moving. All right, who do we still have here? Anybody? Is it working now? Are we back live? Gennaro, here comes your little skinny cross-legged girl. Is there anybody out there? Looks like the stream is working now, but we'll see. We'll see in a moment. I'd like to know where we left off. Bitter sour. Anybody? A little say hello, a little yes, it's working, a little no, it's not working. Can you hear me? Can you see my lips moving? Anything. Jesus Christ. Now I have no messages. Well, there is a problem with this. Son of a bitch. All right, let's try this again. Yeah, I'm getting nothing. Son of a bitch. This is another little error here with it's the system. It's not me. This one's not me. Hang on a second. Let me make sure of something. There's a problem with the. There's a problem with the chat. I don't know what it is. I can't see what you guys are saying. So basically I'm talking to myself. Let me do something. Let me see if I can restart this. Hang on. 1 second. Here we go. All right. It's you, not me. Now it's come back. It's working. No, I didn't shut off the comments. I didn't touch anything. Something just happened. Yeah, blame it on Apple. Hey, don't be talking bad about my iPhone. I love my iPhone. We're in the pipe 5x5. I no comprende. All right, so it's working now. That's a good thing. Unfortunately, I don't know what I was saying. Did you guys hear my rating of Starbucks coffee. Yeah, I hate Androids. I'll never like them. The only thing I'm looking forward to is getting a phone. Oh, okay. No, the 4 was for the value. The 4 was for the value. 7 for the taste, which is a little bit better than the other place. The other place was, I can't even say that, man. I mean, that other place, probably the taste was a 7. And the value was probably a 7 as well. So I'm gonna say 7 for that first place. The last place was a 4. This place, I'm gonna say 4 for the value because it's expensive. And the flavor it's not great, but I'm gonna give it I'm just gonna say it's a 7 because at average, this is better than average coffee, but only slightly. So we're gonna say 6. So that means 10 total, that's 5. So that shitty place, the other place rated 4, this place rates 5. And that little guy's stall that he brought the coffee over, it was in the park, that guy's was a 7. That's how it rates right now. So we're gonna go to another place. I'm not gonna finish drinking this coffee here. I will say that there is that same aftertaste from the last place, which is like, they're better roasted. The beans are roasted a little bit better. They're not over roasted. But there's still that like immature bean taste. That kind of green astringent, as they say. I'm gonna have to use that word a little more. That green kind of flavor to the bean. I love apple. Now, I will admit that, you know, I'm gonna have to buy a laptop in the future, hopefully farther in the future than sooner. And I'm contemplating getting a PC just because of the price and what you get for it now. And things are a little different now than they used to be. So, but as far as phones go, the only reason I won't own an iPhone is because something happens and I don't have the cash to buy another one. And I'll tell you what, I'd be happy. I'll wait until there's if I can, I'll wait until there's an iPhone 13 and I'll go and buy an iPhone 11 for $250, you know, something like that. And I'll be fine with that. I don't have to have the newest. But right now, I'm okay. I don't need to upgrade, you know. Well, that is part of the issue. And quite frankly, you know, I certainly don't want to go spend $1,000 on a phone. Nor do I have the money for it. You know, really. Let's face it, if you really want it, most people could just, they don't need it because they want to play. I don't want to play Facebook or go on Facebook. I don't want to, you know, even Instagram. I'm like, I get it. Yeah, I'm not drinking any more of that coffee. I'm already like, what? Huh? What? Coffee? Me? No. I've only had a double, 2 doubles, and 1 cup. I did take some aspirin or because if I don't have money to, you gotta slip that in every time, don't you? Because if I don't have money too much. You big money. Okay, we go ATM now. You never forget these things. You never forget those kind of comments, you know. We go ATM now. I don't want to go to that place outside because there's really nowhere to sit, and I'm sitting next to a stinky claw. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to Cafe Amazon next. As soon as the mall opens, we're gonna run through there. I know it's a little ways off, but you know, that's the way it goes. Hang with me. And then we're gonna go to Aubon Pain. And hopefully, I don't know why I just had this croissant, but I'm hungry. Because she's cheaper than apple. It's apple. This music's killing me. So, what was I gonna say? I'm telling you what, right now, get yourself a t-shirt, get yourself one of my books, go through and get something from Amazon, whatever you want to do, however you want to do it. Help me out, and I will keep going places. I may not be able to walk for, 9 months without the wife getting pissed off and, my mother cracking down on me going, what are you, crazy? You got kids? Sorry. But I will continue to travel. And one of the places I really would like to go, and, I think this was maybe Gennaro that suggested it, was Chumphon. But I don't want to just go to Chumphon. I also want to go to Koh Tao. Or somewhere around there. I don't know where. Somewhere, some island. I want to go to an island. As long as I can find some cheap digs, a place to chill out, a place that is beautiful. I don't ask much. That's where I want to go. The plan is to go for at least 2 or 3 nights. And if I find myself a little bungalow for 300, 400 baht, that's possible. It is a little more expensive than I remember, but to take the train to go there and back, it's not expensive, but it's more expensive than I remember. And going to Surat used to cost. You could go first class. I remember when you go first class for 650 baht. Now it's something like 1250. If you go, or it's second class and it's like 880 or something, I forget. I want iPhone 11 Pro Max. You love me or not? Ugh. No, I don't love you. I can believe that. I can believe it's hard to find good coffee here. But listen, if you like Illy, if you like Lavazza, if you like Segafredo, you can find it. But like, as far as being a normal place, an everyday place to go, unless you live right next door to the place or, down the street from it. Listen, I was going to go to Segafredo. I could probably still go there. This is 3 places. It's going to cost me. I don't really want to go there. I'll go there on another day. That way I can go to the design center there. They got a Segafredo. No, they're not. But Segafredo, there's a Segafredo. There, I know there's at least 2 Segafredo places. There's at least 2 Illy places I can think of, and there are places where you can just go and, grocery stores you can buy the Illy. And then there's Segafredo, Lavazza. Lavazza's okay. There's okay, the coffee's. I like Illy. I like Segafredo. But are they fantastic? Like when I was in Colombia? No, man. When I was in Colombia, believe me, they had some really good coffee there. Jamaican coffee, that Blue Mountain coffee, quite good. Italian coffees are good. They're not the only coffees, though. Longhorns and I have had some good coffee at Roots. I should start scouring the internet for good coffee shops and start, come up with like an organized way to rate the coffee at these places. I think that's a good idea, actually. It's a little cheaper than doing it with cheeseburgers, which are freaking expensive now. At some of these joints, some of these joints, man, these Burgers are like 1,000 baht just for a burger. By the time you get out the door, you're gonna pay 1,000 baht. You know. That's the good thing about coffee. And that's the reason why in a lot of coffee shops, I was gonna do McDonald's. The only thing stopping me from going to McDonald's, I was actually gonna do 7-Eleven too, who my wife says they have really good coffee. Which I've drank it and it's not really good to me. It's okay. Yeah, it's okay. Here we go. You know, they got wine in Sapanburi. They have vineyards. I should go do some wine tasting there. I had some pretty amazing coffee in Medellin. I mean, they take it very seriously, and you know, they're quite evolved. Their coffee infrastructure is quite mature, whereas here in Thailand it's not, and like Cambodia, and that's why I've said to somebody, oh, can I have an espresso? And they give me a cup of coffee like it's this big. I'm like, that ain't an espresso. Get it right. And you know, it's I mean, you could say that I'm complaining, but the truth is all I want is a real espresso. I don't call it espresso if it's a cup of coffee. Now, I did not drink all of this. It's a little bit too much. I gotta let the buzz wear down a little bit. If I was rich, one of my bucket list items would be a coffee trip around. Well, that would be nice. You know, the only problem is that you cannot save the taste in your mind. It's very difficult to really compare. I remember the feeling. I don't necessarily remember the taste itself. So comparing them, the way to compare it is just like at a wine tasting. You sit down and you have various kinds of beans, and it would be nice to have, you know, okay, this is Starbucks, this is Tom Tom's, this is, you know, all day coffee or whatever, whatever it might be. This is McDonald's. Like I said, I was gonna go to McDonald's and have an espresso there, but then the last time I went to that place, I had a cappuccino and I opened up the top and I found cockroach wings and legs, and so I was like, I just can't go there. And then I was thinking about going to Black Canyon Coffee, but I swore off Black Canyon Coffee also because of their piss poor service. So I just don't want to cave in. So I don't have a problem with Cafe Amazon, although their coffee is okay. I've had it before and it's okay. At the end of the day, it all comes out the same way. But if you're a connoisseur, you know, kind of like with tequila, I definitely know the difference between a shitty tequila and a great tequila. You know, fantastically smooth, flavorful tequila. I know the difference. Anybody wants me to do any tequila tasting, send me, you know, a 6-pack of tequilas. I'll be happy to do it. I'll do a stream where I get shit-faced one night, even though you're not supposed to. When you're tasting, you're not supposed to get drunk or, you know, whatever, catch a buzz from the coffee. You're only supposed to, actually you're supposed to spit it out, but just like the wine. But Cafe Amazon is a little bit earthy, the flavor, I know that, I can remember that. And you know, it's relatively inexpensive. Look at this guy's got a mask on that like you would use in Hong Kong. He's not messing around. I don't know if you saw him, but he wasn't messing around. And they're getting ready to open up. People are starting to arrive. This place is filling up. I'll send you on a tequila tasting only if I'm in Bangkok and can go. I'll tell you what, one of the best drinks I've had, if you want something that's a little sweet, one of the best drinks is that, what was it, caramel vodka? That was pretty good. I can see getting completely smashed on that shit. Tequila, you know, after you have a couple shots of tequila, it's kind of like, ugh. But because of the caramel, it tastes pretty good. If you have like 4 shots, it tastes good. You have 3-4 shots of tequila, you start going, I don't know. I've sworn off the tequila for a little while. But coffee, you know, think about it. How are you going to sit down and have coffee that is hot and you're having, oh yeah, that's true. I forgot about that. Got kicked down. You know, you're going to sit down and you're going to have, because the temperature of the espresso or the coffee is very important. The temperature at what you taste it and what you are drinking it at is supposed to be important, because it changes the acidity, the flavor, and all this other stuff. You know, I wish I knew more about coffee. Listen, if I was rich and I wanted something to do, you know, besides traveling around the world, I would probably take some little course on coffee tasting. You know, I haven't been to Cuba, but Cuban coffee is quite good. I mean, I grew up in Florida. It's very, very, they like it very, very strong and very sweet. Yeah, I'm not an iced coffee fan either. I know my wife, she likes from 7-Eleven, their coffee, she likes espresso yen, one noi, which is, she just likes a cold espresso, but not too sweet. Yeah, I don't buy it, and I don't usually drink it. It's all this, you know, listen, I mean, I like some sweet drinks, and I like some sweet food, but I don't like sweet coffee. Rarely do I like sweet coffee. And the first place that I went today, they put sweet condensed milk, and it wasn't all that sweet. It was smooth, it wasn't fantastic, the flavor, but it was good. I like to taste the coffee, no sugar, and yeah, and that's why I like espresso the way it is. And also because if I was to drink espresso with sugar, you know, all the time, I mean, I drink at least 1 or 2 espressos a day, if not more. I'd be in big trouble. Too much sugar. I'm trying to cut out the sugar, you know, and that's another thing. Streaming is not all that good for the diet, you know, because like there's great food out there, and it's kind of like, okay, well, no, you know, there's a lot of people that they're willing to have pad thai, but you know, they put sugar in it and they put all kinds of other stuff in it. So you know, what am I gonna do? Go, oh no, I'm not gonna have the pad thai. I don't want to try that. You can see it's starting to pick up. Yes, I know, Gennaro. I can only come off as a perv so much, you know. I don't. She's probably older than she looks. This is the only place that I think I say that, you know. You see some girl and you're like, wow, she's only like 15. She's actually like 28. You know. She's not a barista. She doesn't qualify for the Gennaro discount. She doesn't get onto the team. She doesn't have the qualifications. She needs to know about coffee. You know, listen, there was a time a couple years ago, before, probably in the beginning of when I was streaming, or when I was on YouTube and not really streaming. Streaming wasn't a big thing. And I used to come in here and like every week there was a different girl working here. And sometimes it would be like, oh, we sent her to this place. She's now working at this other place. And sometimes it would be, oh, she doesn't work here anymore. But they were always changing. And I didn't like it. And, you know, I don't like the guys coming in here. I don't like it. I don't like the guys. No offense to the guys. They got the right to work here and all that kind of stuff. But, like, you know, it's just not the same. It's not the same experience. You got some chipper little girl, you know, who's like, you know, espresso on, oh, Mr. Scott. Much better than if you have some guy who is like, espresso on for you. I don't want that. It's just better, you know. It's easier to look at them. Here you go. I noticed something about beer is that she's strong. You can see she's kind of strong, whereas like Preo is a little, I don't want to say flabby, less muscular, and not. You got the whole fucking place and you gotta sit next to me? At least he's wearing a mask. You got the whole fucking place over here and then fucking cunt's gotta sit next to me. They're oblivious, you know? When I drink coffee, I'm only into my coffee. Yeah, it's me too. You know, but I'm just doing a streaming thing. That's all it is. I had to put this on his table. Just to be a dick. I didn't say that. I think they forgot about social distancing. This whole table. The whole table is empty. And of course, if anybody here gets COVID, I'm gonna get blamed because I'm the only foreigner in the place. Yeah, I'm sure she'll love that. I'll be, hey, excuse me, can I sit here? How you doing, honey? I can only imagine being like a cute young girl with guys constantly coming up with stupid pickup lines. You had me at hello. Ugh. Listen, you're talking to somebody who I barely care about. There's very few things I care about now. You know, really. I've gone over this until I'm blue in the face. The problem for me, okay, as I see it, I'm a married man. That's not a problem, but I'm just saying, as opposed to somebody like you, thank you very much for leaving. Watch this. Put with that table. Put it right on the table over there. That way, if he wants to come back and sit down next to me, he's gonna have a little work to do. As is the next person. Anyway, if you're married, you don't run around here. It's just not the wise thing to do. It's not wise. You know, you don't want your wife doing that to you. You know, I mean, if you don't give a shit about her, that's one thing. Then get divorced. Or don't get married in the first place. But, you know,